1. The Battle of Yuanri. The War of the Yuan Dynasty was an important battle between the Yuan Dynasty and Japan. It took place in the 13th century and was launched by the Yuan Dynasty Emperor Kublai Khan to conquer Japan. As the founder of the Yuan Dynasty, Kublai Khan had a large army and strong national power. He has always had a strong interest in distant Japan and hopes to include it in his territory. As early as 1268 and 1271, Kublai Khan sent envoys to Japan twice, asking Japan to surrender and pay tribute, but they were rejected both times. This rejection made Kublai Khan angry and determined to conquer Japan by force. In order to launch this campaign, Kublai Khan made careful preparations and mobilized a large number of troops and ships. He assembled 25,000 Yuan soldiers and equipped more than 900 warships. These warships were not only numerous in number, but also well-equipped, showing the powerful naval strength of the Yuan Dynasty. Kublai Khan's goal was to land in Kitakyushu, then gradually advance inland and eventually conquer all of Japan. After the Yuan army successfully landed in Kitakyushu, they quickly advanced inland. They encountered Japanese resistance, but with their powerful military strength and advanced weapons and equipment, the Yuan army quickly gained the upper hand. However, the Japanese army did not give up resistance. They took advantage of the terrain and numbers to continuously counterattack the Yuan army. The two sides launched a fierce battle, and the battlefield was filled with smoke and flames. Although the Yuan army was victorious for a time, they soon ran into trouble. After night fell, a sudden storm swept across the battlefield. The warships of the Yuan army were swaying in the wind and rain, and many ships hit the rocks and sank. The soldiers were panicked in the wind and rain and were unable to mount effective resistance. In the end, the Yuan army had to choose to retreat and gave up its plan to conquer Japan. Although the Yuanri War ended in the defeat of the Yuan Dynasty, it had a profound impact on both sides. For the Yuan Dynasty, the failure of this battle made them realize the difficulty of conquering Japan and also made them begin to re-examine their foreign policy. For Japan, the victory in this battle made them feel proud and fortunate, and also enhanced their determination and confidence to resist foreign enemies. In addition, the War of Yuan and Japan also became an important event in the history of Sino-Japanese relations. It marked the complete failure of the Yuan Dynasty's attempt to invade Japan and also laid the foundation for the long-term peaceful coexistence between China and Japan. Although there were still frictions and conflicts between the two countries later, the lessons of the Yuanri War made both sides cherish peace and stability more. 2. Battle of Gaoyu. The Battle of Gaoyu in the Yuan Dynasty was a war of great historical significance. This battle took place during the Zhejiang period of the Yuan Dynasty. The main forces involved were the Yuan Dynasty army and the rebel army led by Zhang Shicheng, a private salt dealer. In the late Yuan Dynasty, the activities of private salt traders became increasingly frequent, and Zhang Shicheng was one of them. The Salt People's rebel army led by him was initially regarded as a ragtag group by local officials of the Yuan Dynasty and did not receive enough attention. However, as Zhang Shicheng's rebel forces continued to grow in strength, they began to attack the city, posing a serious threat to the rule of the Yuan Dynasty. After Zhang Shicheng's rebels captured Dingxi and the local armed forces led by the wealthy local tycoon Liu Ziren, they captured Taizhou City, an important town in Huaidong, at the end of March. This series of victories forced the rulers of the Yuan Dynasty to re-evaluate the strength of this emerging force and adopted a strategy of armed suppression and appeasement. However, the Yuan Dynasty's military suppression failed. Zhang Shicheng sternly refused the Yuan court's surrender and continued to defend Gaoyu City. In May, Zhang Shicheng's rebels launched a fierce attack on Gaoyu City. After suffering huge casualties, they finally captured the city. This battle was a major blow to the Yuan Dynasty, and it marked the beginning of the shaking of the Yuan Dynasty's rule in the southern region. During the battle, Zhang Shicheng's troops showed their tenacious fighting will and excellent tactical literacy. They made full use of their terrain and troop advantages to launch a fierce offensive and defensive battle with the Yuan Dynasty army. At the same time, Zhang Shicheng himself also personally commanded the battle, and his leadership and military talents were fully demonstrated in this battle. As for the Yuan Dynasty, although they had strong military and equipment advantages, they did not exert their due strength in battle due to internal political struggles and strategic errors. The commanders of the Yuan Dynasty army performed poorly in battle and were unable to effectively command their troops in combat, which was one of the important reasons for their ultimate failure. The victory in the Battle of Gaoyu was of great significance to Zhang Shicheng. It not only consolidated his position in the Jiangnan region, but also laid the foundation for his future establishment of political power. At the same time, this battle also had a profound impact on the rule of the Yuan Dynasty. It accelerated the decline and demise of the Yuan Dynasty in the southern region. In general, the Battle of Gaoyu in the Yuan Dynasty was a legendary war. It shows the bravery and tenacity of Zhang Shicheng and his rebels, and also reveals the decay and decline of the Yuan Dynasty's rule. This battle not only had an important impact on the historical process at that time, but also provided valuable experience and lessons for future military wars and political struggles. 3. Battle of Poyang Lake. The Battle of Poyang Lake in the Yuan Dynasty was a key battle during the Zhejiang period of the Yuan Dynasty. It took place between the two major forces, Zhu Yuanzhang and Chen Yuliang, with the purpose of competing for control of the waters of Poyang Lake. This battle not only determined the fate of the Jiangnan region, but also had a profound impact on Chinese history. Chen Yuliang was originally a general under Xu Shouhui. After Xu Shouhui's death, he killed his heir, proclaimed himself emperor, and controlled the middle reaches of the Yangtze River. Zhu Yuanzhang inherited the leadership of the rebel army after Guo Zixing's death. He adopted the suggestions of Liu Ji and others and formulated a strategic plan to first capture Jinling, today's Nanjing, Jiangsu province, then pacify Jiangnan, and finally destroy the Yuan Dynasty and unify the country. As Zhu Yuanzhang's power continued to grow, the conflict between him and Chen Yuliang also intensified. In July of the 23rd year of Yuan Zhejiang, 1363, the armies of Zhu Yuanzhang and Chen Yuliang launched a life-and-death contest on Poyang Lake. This battle is crucial for both sides. The winner will take the initiative in the Jiangnan region, while the loser may be unable to recover. Before the battle began, Zhu Yuanzhang conducted an in-depth analysis of the situation. He knew that Chen Yuliang's army was large in number and well-equipped, but it was arrogant and underestimated the enemy, and its naval command was not coordinated enough. Therefore, he formulated a detailed battle plan and decided to use fire attack tactics to deal with Chen Yuliang's navy. After the battle started, Zhu Yuanzhang's army acted according to the plan. They first deployed a large number of fireboats on the lake. These fireboats were filled with flammable materials. Once ignited, they would quickly spread to enemy ships. Then, Zhu Yuanzhang ordered part of the army to pretend to be defeated and lure Chen Yuliang to pursue him. As expected, Chen Yuliang fell into the trap. He led his army in hot pursuit and gradually fell into the encirclement of Zhu Yuanzhang. At this time, Zhu Yuanzhang ordered the fireboat to be lit, and the fire shot into the sky, and thick smoke billowed. Chen Yuliang's army was caught off guard by the sudden fire attack. Many ships were engulfed in flames, and the soldiers jumped into the water to escape. Zhu Yuanzhang took the opportunity to lead his elite troops to launch a fierce attack, and Chen Yuliang's army retreated steadily in chaos. During the battle, Chen Yuliang tried to organize a counterattack, but the situation was irreversible. His army's morale was low and its combat effectiveness was greatly reduced. In the end, under the siege of Zhu Yuanzhang's army, Chen Yuliang was shot to death by random arrows when he broke out of the siege, and his army was completely wiped out. The victory in the Battle of Poyang Lake was of great significance to Zhu Yuanzhang. This battle not only eliminated the biggest obstacle to his unification of Jiangnan, but also further consolidated his position. More importantly, this battle demonstrated Zhu Yuanzhang's outstanding military talents and leadership abilities, making him an important figure on the Chinese political stage at that time. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to Positivity Channel. See you next time.